What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy OMC Alassane, Old Money Campaign. OMC stands for Old Money Campaign, and that's the name of this channel. This is my first video on this channel, so I just wanted to start off kind of with a little introduction. But the purpose of this channel is basically going to be me journaling and documenting my path to the 2024-2025 bull run that I see coming, and that a bunch of other investors see coming as well. So I'm going to be showing you guys different things that you can do to prepare for the bull run so that you can make a ton of money in the bull run, and just giving her a lot of tips around finance, business, credit, all those different sorts of things. Because I mean, since 2018, I've been heavily invested into the world of finance, into the world of business, and that's led me to investing in different things like crypto, different growth stocks, and even getting into bonds. And then I've also learned in that time how to leverage credit to be able to invest in these different things, and just using credit to overall build up your wealth. So this channel is going to be me showing y'all how you can basically leverage all these different tools that are at our disposal to build wealth. And right now is a great time to start because there's a bull run coming in 2024, 2025. If you're not familiar with what a bull run is a period in time when stocks, equities, and different assets are rising in prices consistently and consecutively compared to their lows. So right now, for example, Bitcoin is trading at around $30,000. Its all-time high is $69,000. There are equities right now that are kind of looking like they're in bull run territory, such as the S&P 500, the Nasdaq. They're all up on the year, but in retrospect, looking at a longer time frame, these different assets and equities are trading at a discount right now. So 2023, 2022 really if you were in at that time, but 2023 right now is a great time to start investing in different equities such as stocks and crypto, because right now they're trading at almost 50% less than their highs, and when the bull run starts, they're going to go way higher. They're going to make new all-time highs, and there's going to be a lot of new millionaires made in 2024 and 2025. So this channel is going to be me documenting my process and how I'm building up towards that time, building up for the bull run, and basically just also showing you guys just the different knowledge that I have around finance, business, credit. So you could suggest it down in the comment section, different things that you want to see. But yeah, this is the first video, so let's get right into it. So I'm gonna give y'all a background of my finance history and then my plan for the next couple of years. So I graduated college in 2021, undergrad, and then I graduated from my master's program in 2022. So I have a degree in business in undergrad, and then I also have another degree, a master's degree in business design. So I've been studying business, finance, equities, macroeconomics for a little bit of time now. I first started getting into actually putting my money into the stock market and into cryptocurrencies in 2018. I was still in college, so I did not have a lot of money at the time, but that's when I first started actually getting my own capital invested into cryptocurrencies, into stocks. And it was a experience. You know, at first you don't know what you're doing. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just putting money into things that I knew could be useful in the future, but I didn't know too much about price action. I didn't know about how inflation affects equity prices. I didn't know about how just the overall macroeconomic outlook affected prices. So I was just investing my money without knowing when I was going to pull it out, when I was going to buy. I was just doing it on a weekly basis. I was basically dollar cost averaging with no plan. So that didn't work out because I got bored. When prices went down, I would sell. When they would go up, I wouldn't do anything. I would lose out on the money I could have earned. So fast forward to 2020, the pandemic happened. We're all in the house. I didn't have anything really else to do other than research and learn more about it. So I started getting really into cryptocurrency, started learning all about the fundamentals, how things work, the blockchain, more than just the actual prices, just the underlying technology behind it. During this time, I'm also educating myself on finance. I'm educating myself on macroeconomics and how that affects equities, and also was learning about real estate. So 2020 is when I really started to put money into stocks and crypto. And if you know, 2020 prices were extremely low. We were in a crazy bear market due to the swan event of the pandemic. So this made prices go down like crazy. Everything was down. Bitcoin was under $10,000. Ethereum was around $500. So if you were buying at those times, you are up now if you didn't sell in 2021. But that's kind of when I first really got into it, was the pandemic. So you fast forward to 2021, we're at the all-time highs of Bitcoin, $69,000. This is when I started to sell off some of my holdings. And I basically used the money that I accumulated through crypto in the 2020 and at the highs of 2021 to kind of just live off of. So I started spending some of the crypto, and that worked out because 2022 is when the Fed started raising interest rates, so all equities started going back down. The reason they were all up at that time was because we were at 0% interest rates. It was really easy for people to borrow money, and a bunch of people had money to just throw into things because of the stimulus checks that we were getting in 2020 because of the pandemic. So a lot of people made money in 2021, and prices were doing very good. But 2022, the Fed started to raise interest rates, and liquidity dried up. People didn't have money to invest anymore. So that took us to, let's say, June 2022 is when we saw the recent lows of crypto and equities because of the FTX blow up. Interest rates were at their highest. Inflation was at 9%. Everything was down bad. That's when I really started to accumulate. So I started accumulating at the lows of 16,500 for Bitcoin and $900 for Ethereum. Now, Bitcoin is now trading at $30,000 and Ethereum is around a little bit under $2,000. But I still have not sold. I'm still accumulating because we're still not anywhere near the all-time highs. We're kind of at the point where we're at the mid highs, and Bitcoin has been trading sideways for $30,000 for a while now. But the real money to be made is still to be made. So my plan for the next couple of years, the next year, is to keep on accumulating. I'm going to be accumulating Bitcoin mainly, Ethereum, and then once we get into alt season, I'll see what altcoins I'll really be getting into. But the main plan right now is to be accumulating Bitcoin and Ethereum at all the lows on all the red days. And then also another thing that I'm really heavily investing into is Bitcoin related stocks and ETFs. If you don't know, Bitcoin mining stocks are up crazy this year. They're following Bitcoin. Bitcoin is up 80% this year with the S&P 500, and those mining stocks are following them. A lot of people don't know about the Bitcoin mining stocks, such as Marathon Digital, Riot Blockchain, Cipher. I'm going to do a separate video on those stocks too, because some of them are up over 100% this year alone and up another 80, 100% the past month. So Bitcoin mining stocks are going to be huge during this bull run, this bear run accumulation phase, because they're going to follow Bitcoin. When Bitcoin makes a new all-time high, these stocks are going to be going higher and higher. And the reason that they're going to be going so high is because they don't have a large market cap right now. So these stocks are extremely undervalued. They're stocks that are used there. The companies for these stocks are mining Bitcoin. So they track Bitcoin pretty closely, and they're going to play a big part in the Bitcoin ecosystem. So if you're able to accumulate some of these Bitcoin mining stocks right now, you're going to be up in the 2024-2025 bull run. The reason I have such a high conviction for crypto to gain insanely from the point that it's at right now is because crypto is going to play a huge part in everybody's future. Digital currencies, digital assets are coming. They're here. Everything is digital now. Nothing is cash. Nothing is paper assets anymore. And the government knows this, which is why they're trying to make a central bank digital currency. But what was the first framework for these central bank digital currencies? Crypto, blockchain. And we already have those assets here. So as more attention starts to get drawn into these digital assets, into these digital currencies, when the government starts making their own and these companies start to use these assets as well, the higher we're going to see these prices go. And we're not even near all-time highs right now. So I know that accumulating Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin mining stocks right now is going to pay off hugely in the next couple of years. For example, Bitcoin is easily going to 2x, 3x from these prices. Ethereum is going to easily 3, 4, 5x from these prices. And the mining stocks are easily going to 10x, 20x from these prices. For example, a lot of the mining stocks are up 100% plus this month. And they only have more room to go just because they have such small market caps, and a lot of people don't even know about them yet. So if you're able to invest monthly, dollar cost averaging monthly into these different things while they're low, this year, then you're going to be up big when it's time for people to pull out and when interest rates start to actually get cut. Inflation is coming down. Last week we had the CPI report coming at 3%. Around this time last year we were at 9%. So we're getting close to the point where the Fed is going to pivot to cutting rates. First they're going to pause rate, but we're getting close to the points where they're going to be cutting rates. Once they start cutting rates is where you're going to see equities first bottom out, but then they're going to start shooting up, because once they cut rates, it'll be easier for people to start getting loans. It'll be easier for people to start just using credit at a cheaper rate. So that means that people are going to have more money. And when people have more money, they invest into things. And the things that they're going to be investing in are going to be things like Bitcoin, crypto, Ethereum. And the reason being that those things have the most momentum right now. Every bank, every central bank right now is trying to create a central bank digital currency. The way it's looking right now, it looks like the U.S. government was able to dodge a recession for right now. Like if you know, inflation was at 9% around this time last year. The CPI report came in at 3.1% last week. So that means that means that inflation is coming down, meaning that the Federal Reserve is getting closer to pivoting. First, they're going to pause, and then they're going to start to cut rates, and that's coming sooner than most think. Once they start to cut rates and it gets easier for people to borrow money and to get credit and things like that, when rates get down closer to 2%, that's when we're going to start seeing capital and money be injected into these markets. And that's when we're going to start to see institutional investors start to pour their money into those markets. You want to be in the markets before this happens. If you jump in too late, you're not going to have that much room for profits. But if you start accumulating now through 2024, you're going to be in a good position to be able to capitalize off of this. So my plan, like I said, is to just keep accumulating Bitcoin, Ethereum, various altcoins. Not too much into altcoins right now because we don't know what's really going to be the big players for altcoins in the bull run. Bitcoin usually is the first one to go up, and then Ethereum follows, and then altcoins follow. So we don't know what's going to be the big players yet, but we have an idea. There are some such as Polygon, Lido, which is liquid staking derivative, which follows Ethereum. Cryptocurrencies like that are going to be going up for sure, but we don't know what are going to be those big plays yet. A lot of this stuff right now is trading at a premium, at a discount, so you can kind of just put your money into a bunch of stuff and see what goes up, but that's not really efficient. So right now, I'd stick to Bitcoin, Ethereum, while prices are trading sideways, and then once we start to shoot up and the money starts to flow back into altcoins, that's when I'll jump back into there. But for right now, Bitcoin mining stocks, Bitcoin and Ethereum are my main plays. And then from that point, I plan on selling around 2024, 2025 when things are at their highest and interest rates are at their lowest. And then once I sell there, I plan on taking those profits and then putting them into hard assets such as real estate. The reason being is the interest rates are going to be low, so you're going to be able to get good rates on real estate, and that's just going to be a great place to buy. You know, if interest rates are low, we've just made our money off the bull run. We're going to be in a good spot. So